8 News Now, good day.
Waking up to snow, hard to believe, but it did fall across the valley overnight. Jorge Tellez sent us some video of snow falling on the strip near Mandalay Bay and the Luxor. We appreciate that, of course. We love to see the snow video.
Oh, thanks for joining us here on Good Day. I'm John Langler.
Yes, we know who I am.
Okay, fine. All right, so we've got snow from all over the valley. You can see from the strip, also from Summerlin. It's been falling for the past several hours, still falling out in Summerlin.
Yeah, and while it's unusual for our area, we've learned that Clark County schools will open today. Everything will be in session, but keep in mind that school buses might be running a little late since they're not used to that weather and want to be extra cautious on the roads. We've also learned CSN will have classes today.
So will UNLV. Nellis Air Force Base, though, is closed except for necessary personnel. Let's go to our team coverage of the snowstorm. Sherry and Nate standing by here. We're looking at the radar and the slick spots on the roads. Nia Wong down in Henderson, but we start with Hector Mejia live in Summerlin this morning. Hector, still getting some snow right now.
That is correct, John. Good morning to you. And this snow is falling so peacefully and with such elegance. It feels truly magical out here. And just follow me. Overnight, at least 4 inches of snow fell here, and this is still a very powdery substance sticking onto the trees above. You can see some clusters of that snow hanging onto those branches. We're at Vistas Park, where it's covered in snow just near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway. And take a look at this shot of snowflakes gracefully falling here overnight. Well before midnight, this place was already covered in a blanket of snow, pulling people out of their homes for some fun in this winter retreat. Some who are not used to this in the valley, actually many people agree it's such a rare thing to see.
Life, and it's only happened like twice that I can remember, so it's really cool to be able to experience.
She was already making a snow angel right before you guys came up.
The kids and adults in this neighborhood built their version of a snowman here last night, and we're starting to see some more people arrive to enjoy the sights and have some fun in the snow. We'll be working to talk with them. That's the latest out here in Summerlin. Let's send things over to the Anthem area with Nia Wong with an update on the conditions there. Nia.
Good morning, Hector. The flurries have now turned into snow. It is coming down pretty steady down here in Anthem. Just joining the 2 inches of snowfall we got last night, and it's still covering the ground, and it's going to come down a little bit stronger. But I do want to turn your attentions to the roads. People are out and about driving, trying to get to wherever they need to go. We do need to give you some tips. If you are going to be driving, you want to give yourselves at least 5 to 6 seconds of buffer time between you and the vehicle next to you. Also, you definitely want to drive slow. We have seen some drivers speed up a little bit, and yeah, that's the opposite. Slow down. And for other people we've spoken with, they pretty much have that idea.
My uncle told me to drive as cautious as possible, so but I'm really excited that it's snowing. It's snowing a lot right now, like a lot.
Also, if you're going to be driving, you want to dust off that snow. You want to clear up the visibility before you actually hit the roads. And actually, you might consider packing some warm clothing, extra food, extra water, an ice scraper, just some tools with you just in case you do face an emergency while you're driving. Reporting live, Nia Wong, 8 News Now. For now, I'm going to send it over to Sherry.
All right, thanks so much, Nia. All right, so let's show you where it is snowing. These are our live cameras. This is West Cliff and Rainbow. They're having a snow special. There's no extra charge for all the snow on your rooftop this morning, but man, it is really coming down. Temperatures are just above freezing for most valley neighborhoods. Other side of town is also getting some snow, as you saw Nia down around Anthem. We've got our Boulder Station camera, I think, where we've also got some snow. I know Nate's busy with some accidents, but we'll show you those cameras as we get through the hours. Let's give you some totals just so you can kind of have an idea of how it's been piling up. We know they've had at least a foot up at Mount Charleston, and even below the ski resort, they're getting close to 12 inches. Red Rock 5+, Summerlin 4 to 5, maybe even 6+ now, since it's been snowing since the dinner hour out in the West Valley neighborhoods. Anthem a couple of inches, Mountain's Edge, but everywhere from up and down Wallapai up to Centennial Hills, Sky Canyon, Providence, those neighborhoods, all the way down to the Southwest Valley. Half an inch officially for Las Vegas. It's record-setting setting for us for many reasons. I'll explain that more coming up in the later this half hour. But let's check out that radar. We've got snow over North Las Vegas, the far north end of town. You can see it where Nia is in the South Valley, and definitely out west where Hector is, and across Blue Diamond Road, State Route 160, and even up into the Moapa Valley. Very heavy snow has been falling over into Mojave County, where we have winter storm warnings. Right through the middle of town, eastern Clark County, we have winter weather advisories. Those have been in effect since last night and will stay until early tomorrow morning. Easily, some neighborhoods are going to pick up 1 to 3 inches and maybe a half a foot by the time we're done out in Summerlin today. Snow showers this morning, kids, as you head out for school. It is a school day. I'm sorry you're not getting your snow day. We could take a little break midday, back to rain, snow mixed in the afternoon, and snow again this evening. Be safe on the roads, even as you're stepping out to get the morning paper, walk the dog. Sidewalks and driveways are slippery. All right, Nate, let's get to those accidents and problem spots.
Lots going on. We start with a crash into an NHP trooper. This was earlier this morning at Highway 95 and Eastern. No injuries reported, but the NHP tweeting out, please slow down. Now, sometimes the traffic in the snow is beautiful. These are crisscrossing paths on Far Hills over the 215, but sometimes the traffic pictures in the snow are not very pretty. This is the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Several cars right in the middle of the intersection. So this is not rain here, but rather snow. I'm sorry, not snow, but rather rain. So traffic is working its way around Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. The rest of the freeway system not doing too badly. We do have a live picture for you from the school bus yard up at Ann Road and the 215. Photographer Mark Muchler watching those school buses come out as the snow continues to fall on the windshield there. You've got to be careful. Back to the freeway maps we go, where we're keeping an eye on Highway 160, which is open, but chains or snow tires are required. If you're trying to get over Mountain Pass, you could probably guess that snow tires or chains are required for all roads up on Mount Charleston. Into the Spaghetti Bowl we go, where lanes are open, but you've got to take it easy. Please slow down in the rain and snow. John, Kirsten?
All right, thank you very much, Nate. The city working to make sure everyone has a warm place to sleep. 2 warming stations are available north of downtown. Now, one is the Salvation Army near Owens and Main Street. Its hours are 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Keep that in mind for this evening. The other is located a block away at the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center, and that one available 24 hours. No one will be turned away.
Dozens of flights heading in and out of Las Vegas canceled. Some are delayed. This is a live look at the flight deck website from McCarran. As a reminder, before you're flying out today, check with the airline before you head to the terminal.
And keep it here on 8 News now for our storm tracker coverage of the snow, the slick spots on the roadways. Remember to use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas. Tag any pictures or videos you have of the snow.
Maria Legg did that. She sent us these pictures of her backyard near 215 in Far Hills, transforming her desert oasis into a winter wonderland. 8 News now, the Valley's news leader. It's back after this.
News Now and Storm Tracker 8.
You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
Las Vegas transformed into a winter wonderland. Plenty of folks taking advantage of the weather, playing in the snow.
So this is video from John Bygrave sent us. His family sledding in Madeira Canyon. Look at that. Watch out for that tree.
That is so fun. I want to go sledding.
Well, right when the show's over, let's get some cardboard boxes and rip it up. Look behind us here also. This is a snowman from the top of the Voodoo Lounge at the Rio.
It's a mini snowman.
A mini
Yes.
snowman.
He's got the olives and he's got the wedge and all that good stuff from their bar there.
He took his cocktail outside onto the balcony there.
He needs a martini, like right there.
Oh,
doesn't he?
yeah,
He's got olives for eyes.
Good one. We've also got some pics from Silver Ranch, courtesy of Michelle Romanets. Thank you so much for sending us some pictures, your videos, people out and about doing their grocery shopping overnight.
Yeah, it's just really, really beautiful.
You just want to take pictures of it when you're out there. It's so rare to see snow in Las Vegas. But it's been, what, 10, 11 years, right? The last big one was 2008.
Yeah, that's where we had officially almost 4 inches of snow, officially, but southern Clark County, remember, 8 to 10
And
inches.
that's the day that there was a snow day.
That was a snow day.
Not a snow day today. School is in session.
School is in session today.
School is in session.
Yeah, Anthem to Henderson that year got almost 8 inches of snow, as I recall, too.
Yeah, and it was just really difficult driving around. Today it's not so bad, but we'll talk all about that. We got lots to talk about.
Yeah, we sure do. And low clouds out there. That's reducing visibilities. I also have a camera from Boulder Station on the rooftop, and look how the snow is coming down. Again, as we get through later this morning and midday, that could turn to a snow mix. We've had a really hard time, and it's a good hard problem to have. Temperatures above freezing, just barely. Now, Centennial Hills to Summerlin, right there on the freezing line. Mountain's Edge, Anthem, right there at 32. But the low clouds have really kept temperatures from cooling off. Of course, we've got teens up on the mountain. Even Pahrump at 34, 28 for Red Rock. A lot of snow piled up at Red Rock as well. Mesquite's had a little bit, not as much as we first thought, but still, the day is young. 31 in Kingman with very heavy snow. Boulder City, you've had some snow. So morning snow showers turning to a mix of rain and snow later through the morning, and we might actually just take a break midday. The low itself is way up north in northern Nevada, still has to drop into our area, and then we're going to get into some snow late today into this evening and overnight. Very heavy mountain snow, northwest Arizona, very heavy snow now in Mojave County with winter storm warnings posted there. Here's the low way up here. It still has to slide all the way into southern Nevada today. So again, there's a little space in between that low and what we were seeing this morning. So there might be a break midday, but then it's going to get going again later today. So look at the snow. It's very concentrated too, right over the city, up to the north, to the Sheep Mountains, out to the west, to the Spring Mountains, and some areas just around the fringes of Las Vegas. But far South Valley, Silverado Ranch to Southern Highlands, you don't seem to be getting a lot. Even over to Boulder City, you don't seem to be getting much snow, maybe a few flurries, but that could change as we see this kind of rotating its way through. Those winter weather advisories in place now for all the lower elevations until 4 a.m. tomorrow. Some of the snow totals are going to be extremely impressive, but officially for the record books, only a ½ inch so far for Las Vegas, but that's a record for us for yesterday's date, and then it'll carry over into today as well. We'll keep in touch with the National Weather Service. 4 to 8 inches for Kingman. Holy cow, that's a lot of snow. Haven't seen a ton of snow up in Lincoln County, even though winter storm warnings are still posted, and there's snow being pushed up now into Lincoln County as well as Utah. 23 on the mountain, winter weather driving conditions with heavy snow today. And then for the valley, maybe just into the low 40s. That's it. Again, snow showers this morning, turning to kind of a rain-snow mix, and we might even get some breaks. But then again, into the afternoon, evening, and tonight we'll get snow. So it's going to continue. We're looking at a pretty snowy day. Tomorrow, clouds to sunshine, sun for most of the weekend, and look at those 60s. Yeah, we'll thaw out, everybody. It'll all melt away, and then you'll have beautiful videos and pictures to look back at. 6:15, let's get on the road with Nate.
Sherry, Sherry, sometimes traffic in snowy, rainy weather is beautiful. This is the crisscross pattern of cars over Far Hills over the 215 in the northwest as snow continues to fall. Sometimes snow pictures are not pretty. Here is Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo, where several cars have crashed right in the middle of the intersection. It may look like rain, but they took the camera away for just a second, and it is actually snow still falling right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. Cars are working their way around it, but you got to be extra careful. Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Now, the rest of the freeway system, you guys are doing a great job, but you got to be careful out there. We have a live picture for you from Mark Muchler, who is driving down the 215 from Ann Road. There's the exit to Cliff Shadows Parkway. So the 215 still has snow falling. Back to the maps we go to let you know that Highway 160 is open between Las Vegas and Pahrump. However, snow tires or chains are required. Meanwhile, for Mount Charleston, as you might expect, snow tires or chains are required up there as well. Spaghetti Bowl is doing just fine, and we thank you so much for all of the pictures and videos at LasVegasNow.com. But one more reminder from the Nevada Highway Patrol: a trooper hit by a car while on a traffic stop last night at US 95 and Eastern. No injuries reported, but we cannot stress enough, you've got to give yourself extra time in the rain and snow. John, Kirsten?
Yes, extra distance between you and the car in front of you for certain. Thank you, Nate. It is 6:18 now. The usually private Jason Aldean opens up about the 1 October shooting.
We'll tell you what the singer says the experience has been like for him, and hear from two local DJs about how they're using their platform to help the community heal.
It is time for today's Facebook contest.
UMC Quick Care.
Country singer Jason Aldean was on stage during the 1 October shooting. He recently opened up about that night.
8 News Now reporter Oracle Manna shows us the important message he's trying to share.
We hear the phrases Vegas strong and country strong all the time, but sometimes finding strength after tragedy can be difficult. Jason Aldean shared his own 1 October experience at a recent gathering of country music radio hosts, and 2 on-air personalities from here in Las Vegas were there.
You're my sunshine in the darkest day.
Jason Aldean is one of country music's biggest stars, but he's also remembered as being on stage right as the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history began.
When you go through something like this, it changes you.
Local radio host Ransom Garcia was at the concert.
I was actually there for a few of the Jason Aldean songs. I was at the meet and greet.
16 months have passed, but the shock is still there, even for Jason Aldean. Last week, Garcia attended the country radio seminar in Nashville, where radio professionals go to discuss best practices. Aldean was moderating a panel called Overcoming Obstacles, where he emphasized the importance of seeking help.
He was talking about mental health.
According to Billboard.com, Aldean said, quote, "I probably should have gone to a few more therapy sessions than I did. Being able to talk about it to somebody who understood how I was feeling, that helped me tremendously."
When you see somebody with a platform that big talking about how it's okay to not be okay, people listen. And maybe somebody is going through what he is going through, what he continues to go through. And if they need to go get some help, by all means, please go do so.
Jason Aldean is Bull Country.
Big D with local radio station 95.5 The Bull was also at Aldean's seminar. He says the country music community is still taking things day by day, but Aldean's words are helping.
Another thing he said afterwards is, this will always be a part of who I am, but it's not who I am. It's definitely something that has brought not only our city, but our format together even more.
Gaining strength step by step.
Country folk are strong, man.
There are several resources available for those affected by the 1 October shooting, including the Vegas Strong Resiliency Center. For more information, head to our website, lasvegasnow.com. In the studio, Orko Mana, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you, Orko. It is 6:23. We continue our snow coverage after the break. And for those just waking up, yes, there is school for CCSD.
But look how beautiful this is. This is snow falling in the northwest in slow-mo. We have an update on the snow totals. We're keeping an eye on some trouble spots on the roads as well.
Keep sending us your photos and videos. This one from Chris Stacy,
That is
snapping
cool.
a shot of a snowy backyard near Charleston in the 2:15. We'll be right back.
now open in the Valley Auto Mall. Now, live, this is 8 News Now. Good day.
Landmarks across the Strip looking much different than normal this morning because they are coated with snow, John.
Yeah, Kirsten, a big thanks to our viewers for sending us these great videos. You can see the snow falling around the Strat, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, around the Luxor as well. It's pretty beautiful and very unusual to see this around the Las Vegas area this morning. We thank you for joining us here on Good Day. Of course, I'm John Langler.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce. We've also learned that despite the snow this morning, the roads are safe for school buses and transportation. Clark County schools will operate as normal.
So will CSN, so will UNLV. All of that will be normal. We continue our coverage of the snow falling across the valley this morning. We have our Storm Tracker 8 team as well. The snow making for some slick spots on the roads. Nate Tannenbaum watching that situation. Hector Mejia live in Summerlin where snow is still falling. We start though with Sherry Swensk tracking the radar to see how long the snow could last. Good morning, Sherry.
Boy, Hector just looks so magical in the snow. It's just absolutely beautiful out there. Now I've got a camera trained on the east side of town. This is the rooftop at Boulder Station, and yes, the snow started again really cranking up in the last half hour or so, and it has just been beautiful out there. Some of the snow totals will really rock your world, especially if you're out on the west side. We have seen easily 4, 5, maybe 6 now inches of snow in the far West Valley neighborhoods, including the Summerlin area. Red Rock we know has had 5 to 6 inches. Mount Charleston at least a foot. Anthem a couple of inches. Mountains Edge, and officially record-setting snow with a ½ inch, and that was as of midnight for Las Vegas. So that's a record for yesterday's date with measurable snowfall. Temperatures just above freezing, hovering there for most valley neighborhoods. Anthem, though, Mountains Edge, Centennial Hills to Summerlin sitting right at the freezing mark. I wanted to show you, too, a couple of great pictures that we've seen. This is the not-so-fun part. Snow so heavy in West Valley neighborhoods that tree limbs are starting to fall down. This one's Warm Springs and Durango. You have to look real hard, but a tree limb fell on top of a car and it's completely covered there in the driveway. So those are the not so fun things that are happening with all the snow. Sometimes it's light and feathery, and sometimes it's kind of coming down with rain and snow clumps. So morning snow showers giving way to rain and snow midday, back to snow this afternoon, evening, and tonight. It is definitely going to stay with us because the core low is still way up north in northern Nevada. Heavy snow for the mountains and northwest Arizona. We're going to have a lot of neighborhoods that wind up with measurable snowfall for sure. As we widen the radar now, you can see it's just concentrated right over Las Vegas right now in the valley, reaching out to US 95, southwest across State Route 160 and up I-15 towards Moapa Valley, but also down into California as well as northwest Arizona. Kingman's going to get some heavy snow here. So we'll watch these snow showers continue through the morning commute. Kiddos, you got to go to school, I'm sorry to say, and we'll continue that winter weather advisory as well. Storm warnings in northwest Arizona up into the mountains. If you don't have to go to the mountains today, please don't. All right, let's head out west where we've seen so much snow since last night. Hector Mejia is live out in Summerlin this morning. Beautiful scenery. It's so wintry out there. Hector, what are you seeing right now?
Sherry, good morning to you. So beautiful, and the snowflakes still falling so gracefully here in Summerlin. Actually, in the last half hour, we noticed the snowflakes falling, and they're getting thicker as they fall. Take a look at the Vistas Park, where it's truly such a magical, beautiful scene out here. Out here on the ground, you know, this is normally a grassy field, but it's just covered in so much snow. You can see how much snow has packed here. We can dig down to the surface of that grass, and really so powdery, so much fun out here. Now, last night we found a lot of people out here still playing with the snow, building their version of a snowman, and they were really hoping for a snow day for kids. But CCSD is having school today, and again, just take a look. So beautiful, those trees, those branches covered in snow. That snow just sort of looking like chunks and clusters of snow there on those branches. At least 4 inches of snow fell here overnight, and if you're heading out, just be careful around the trees, branches. We saw a palm tree frond actually fall here earlier today, and we saw some snow still falling from some of those branches. Anyway, that's the update out here from Summerlin, where we have such a picture perfect view out here. Now let's find out what the roads are like. So let's send it over to Nate with an update on that. Nate.
All right, Hector, beautiful where you are, and sometimes the traffic pictures are beautiful. Here's the crisscrossing pattern of traffic on Far Hills over the 215 as snow continues to fall in the far northwest. But sometimes snow can lead to this. Multiple cars involved in a crash right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Cars are working their way around it, but you got to be careful. In fact, you got to be careful all over town. Now, we are seeing that most of the freeways are doing okay. Slowdowns on the southern 215 Beltway. We're just now getting a report of a possible auto pedestrian crash in the Mountains Edge area around Cactus and Buffalo. We will follow up on that for you. In the meantime, getting to or from the mountains, yes, Highway 160 is open. However, adequate snow tires or chains are required. You could probably guess they're required as you head up to Mount Charleston. Into the Spaghetti Bowl we go, where things are okay. And we thank you for all of the pictures of the snow and the rain and the videos. However, the NHP tweeted out that one of their troopers was hit by a car while responding to a call at the 95 and Eastern overnight. No injuries reported, but this illustrates how much you need to not only slow down but leave adequate distance between you and all the cars around you. John, Kirsten.
All right, Nate, thank you. It is 6:32. Don't forget to stay with 8 News Now for the latest on school closures, the weather, the traffic. Use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas or Vegas Snow to tag any pictures or videos you have of the winter weather.
And of course, there is school today. CCSD, it says it's safe for driving its school buses, but they might be a little behind schedule.
CSN, UNLV, Bishop Gorman, everyone having school this morning, it appears. All right, coming up next, Kirsten going away from the desk and into the classroom.
Yeah, our Do Your Job series continues today. I try my hand at teaching some elementary school students coming up.
Young Sheldon on 8 News Now. You're watching the Valley's news leader with Kirsten Joyce, John Langler, Sherry Swinsk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is 8 News Now. Good day.
All righty, we have got our drone set up and ready to fly as soon as it can take off. But this is the shot sitting on the ground at 1:59 on the way into Red Rock Canyon. Wow, look at the snow out there. Our live picture coming in this morning from way far west, heading out right there at the base of the Spring Mountains. You can see the white wonderland. It is just beautiful. All right, be careful if you're headed out there. Nate's going to give you an update on the roads where chains required, etc. And our neighbors up in Mesquite, thank you, Dee DeMarco, for sending some video from up in northeast Clark County. Mesquite, you have picked up some snow up there. This was from overnight. A little bit, not quite as much as what we've seen in Las Vegas, especially west side of the valley, but you got a dusting on your cars there. It's coming down, and there is still more to come. Put some gloves on, Dee. That snow is cold. All right, let's get back to some live cameras now this morning. This is our camera that sits right there at the above the intersection of West Cliff and Rainbow in the Northwest Valley, just off the Rainbow Curve, and you can see it is a snowy scene to get out and get gas this morning. Hopefully you're gassed up and ready to get the kids to school. Yes, we definitely have a school day. CCSD, if you're just waking up wondering, the kids are supposed to be in school today. We've got snow showers, some of them quite heavy, especially out west and up north and even on the east side. We may take a break midday, but then snow and rain mixed again for the afternoon. All right, so it has been very concentrated right in the middle of Clark County. For the last several hours, we've been seeing snow continuing. Now it's right over the heart of Las Vegas, concentrated in the city, but we've also got circulating snow down along Interstate 40 in California and swinging right up into Mojave County, where we've had some good snow already in Kingman. Also, some showers seem to be moving up there to the south of you. We'll continue with winter weather advisories for us as we'll look for snow showers all through the morning, maybe taking a break midday, and then more rain and snow at the afternoon and snow tonight. Those winter weather advisories are issued and in place until 4 a.m. That includes central and eastern Clark County. Some of the snow totals are going to be phenomenal. Easily, we're seeing close to now, I think, a half a foot in parts of West Valley neighborhoods. Summerlin up to the northwest and especially down to the southwest, all through this area. 4 to 6 inches is not going to be unheard of, but we could see a couple of inches up to northeast Clark County and southwest down to Mountain Springs. This is on the other side of state line. Winter storm warnings continue for the mountains, for northwest Arizona. Some of these are going to be some phenomenal snow totals as well. Winter storm warnings for Lincoln County, although we haven't seen a lot for you yet, but the day will continue with snow in your forecast as well. All right, plan your day. Snow showers through the morning. Maybe a slight break around the noon hour, but rain and snow mixed for the afternoon, turning right back to snow showers for the afternoon and evening commute. All right, so hopefully you got waterproof jackets, umbrellas, and some patience when you head out on the roads today. For that, let's go over to Nate and see if there are any problems out there. A lot of folks are going to try and get the kids to school or not.
Yeah, I think some folks may be taking the day off, even though there is school officially from the Clark County School District. So there's good news and bad news with traffic. Sometimes it's just beautiful. This is a crisscross traffic pattern as snow continues to fall in the far northwest. Far Hills over the 215 beltway. You can sort of see the 215 on the right-hand side of your screen. The bad news is sometimes people aren't paying attention or something happens. Right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip, this is Las Vegas Boulevard at Flamingo in front of the Cromwell. Now, traffic is able to work its way around here, but you got to be extra careful. Crash, Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. Freeways, believe it or not, are doing okay. People are smart. People are leaving distance between themselves and the cars around them, but it is awfully slow, particularly where the snow continues to fall from Far Hills all the way past Charleston. Now in Mountain's Edge, we're getting report of a possible auto pedestrian crash at Buffalo and Cactus. Now further west on 160 to Mountain Pass and to Pahrump, it is open, but adequate snow tires or chains are required. Obviously, you have to have snow tires or chains up on Mount Charleston. Now the Spaghetti Bowl remains open, and please keep sending your photos and videos to LasVegasNow.com or on our Facebook and Twitter accounts. We love hearing from you. We also, unfortunately, have to let you know that the Nevada Highway Patrol says a trooper was hit by a car on a traffic stop at the 95 in Eastern overnight. No injuries reported, but just a real reminder there of being careful in this weather. John, Kirsten.
All right, Nate, thank you. So coming up right here on Good Day, of course, we are going to continue to cover the snow falling across the Las Vegas Valley with weather and traffic.
Yeah, and remember to use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas. Tag any pictures or videos you have of the snow. Keep them coming.
Watching 8 News Now, Good Day.
Quarter before the hour, shop there looking out at Red Rock Canyon. Totals for snow at least 5 inches. We're monitoring that throughout the day to get more later. Thanks to Matt Adams there with our drone video. We'll keep those snow pictures and video coming as well. We'll continue our coverage for Storm Tracker, but we are now going to go to our next Do Your Job series. We love our teachers. They're amazing, nurturing, extremely patient, especially at the elementary school level. That's where I jumped into the teacher role for a good portion of the day as part of our Do Your Job series.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Good morning, kids. Come on in. Let's start this day. How's it going? It's intimidating, a big responsibility to instruct some 24 8-year-olds. All right, thanks everybody for having me.
I needed some insight first from their real teachers, Mrs. Lauren O'Farrell and assistant teacher, Miss Ashley Slater.
My name is Mrs. Kirsten Joyce.
You always have to be one step ahead of them to keep them engaged.
We explore the morals and lessons of Mrs. O'Farrell's favorite book.
It's called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed.
Well, the kids are so fun to teach and they have so many ideas. They're going to want to talk the whole time.
Extraordinary is a great word. Compound word. Very good, Lou.
Yeah, I'm very poor.
Wow, I love all your input.
My job was to keep them on task, but I got a little off course.
What would you bake?
Maybe cookie.
Ooh, good call. Very good call.
Chocolate chippy.
Extra chocolate chip.
Maybe you could like work on just not answering so much questions, but I love that you do that, but it just took up a lot of the story time, which took a little bit longer than I thought.
We're going to get back on track, everybody. Thank you for your patience.
Constructive criticism from my own daughter. I've got it. More focus for the next lesson.
We're going to be learning all about buoyancy, things that float on the water, right?
Time to delegate.
I'm going to put you girls in charge. Can you please pass out a pink paper to each of the partners, okay? Us teachers are going to go fill the bins and get everything ready for the barge experiment. How's the experiment going?
Good.
How many did you get on so far?
18.
18. What happened after 18?
Our boat sunk.
Oh, what could you do better next time?
Maybe add the walls a little higher. Right now it's 4. Right now it's 4, but I think we're, only 5. So Mia's prediction was correct.
So let's look at their design.
I let the pros sum up the lesson and realized it's break time for everyone.
The next part is recess. We're going to excuse you, go have fun for recess, and then the best part, get excited to come back and learn math.
Okay, many of us struggle a bit with math. I was certainly comfortable teaching the way I learned it.
And there we go, we're regrouping here, and the saying is?
More on the floor, go next door and get 10 more.
But find it a lot more challenging to tackle the Common Core way.
What goes on the right side of your number line?
Thank goodness teachers today can do it all.
There's more than one way to get an answer in math, just to prepare them for their future.
The students were fantastic, pure whippersnappers, and kept me entertained.
They were so fun, and the teachers are amazing. They are multitaskers, all the energy. A big thanks to Chad Graves, photojournalist extraordinaire, who was able to capture all angles of that full day.
That's awesome. I bet you were the favorite teacher of the day. What do you think?
Don't know.
I don't know. It's pretty cool.
I don't know, but I had a lot of fun, so thanks to all the students as well.
You did a great job, and there's more than one way to do math, the right way and the wrong way. No, I'm kidding. There's more than
the
one
frustrating way and the way we all grew up learning.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well.
Very fun. And we get to see you brew beer
Tomorrow we brew beer. Tomorrow we're brewing beer.
Yay.
All right, we're back right after this, I believe, with more snow coverage.
You betcha.
And Hector's making some snow angels, guys.
Oh, snow, my goodness.
Before we go to break, here are some more snowy pictures. Here are the buses leaving the bus yard near Ann and 215 earlier this morning. Again, there is school for CCSD. All the schools, the colleges, everything is normal. It's just snowy.
Play where you get more. Red Park Casino.
You're watching 8 News Now. Good day.
6:52 on your Thursday morning. More Las Vegas snow coverage in just a minute. But first, time to check in with CBS This Morning.
Bianna Golodriga joining us now with the preview. Hi, Bianna.
Hey, good morning. I cannot believe it's so cold out there for you guys. Welcome to our world every
4
single
inches.
day.
Right?
Kirsten and John. Unbelievable. Well, at least it's something that you'll be able to tell your kids and grandkids about, assuming that this doesn't become the norm.
Right.
Ahead on CBS This Morning, right? Looking for the positive sign there. For the first time in Roman Catholic history, bishops from around the world are meeting to address the clergy's sex abuse crisis. We'll look into what the Pope may have known. Plus, more of our conversation with Huawei CEO, the security concerns surrounding 5G, and why U.S. intelligence is wary of the telecom company's technology. And Dr. David Agus reveals how just 15 minutes of exercise a day can help lower your risk of depression. Learn about the bigger impact on your overall health. So there's no excuse, even in the snow, you guys can find 15 minutes to work out and make you a happier person.
Indeed, indeed.
Definitely. Thank you, Bianna. Have a great day.
Have a good morning.
Well, all morning long, we have been and will continue to discuss the crazy winter weather we're having here in Las Vegas.
So thank you to all of our viewers. You guys have been sending us pictures and video all night and through the morning. Here is a picture from Ricky of a nice snowman, a big snowman there. Yes, look at that.
Oh, got the nice scarf on there.
Got that.
And of course, we want to check in with Hector Mejia, and he better be making some snow angels. It's about time, Hector. You got plenty of snow to work with.
Maybe. Let's see if we actually do a snow angel. But out here, you know, this snow is still falling down. Snowflakes getting thicker here in the last hour. And just take a look. Such a rare sight. Look at those palm trees, the fronds covered with snow. And to the left, that flagpole, same story with that, covered with snow. And down below, these sidewalks starting to have some of the snow pile up and accumulate. Same story over here to the left with the sign. Look at all this snow here on this trash can. Let's take a short walk, a slow one, so that we're careful to show you this beautiful, really magical scene out here. Down below on the surface, we can quickly tell that it's still very powdery, and look down below to the grass surface and see just how much of that snow fell. This tree, same story, such a beautiful sight. And that's because at least 4 inches of snow fell here overnight. And it's been snowing nearly nonstop since we got here. We got here around 3:45 this morning, and it's still snowing. Just take a look here. There's a person out there enjoying the snow, just like we are as well. And you know, we are by Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, just telling you about the conditions. So if you do come out here, make sure you are careful around the sidewalks. Be careful when you drive out for your morning commute. There's a school right across the street from us, actually, Linda Rankin Givens Elementary School. So if you are in the area, just be careful. And if you do have the time to enjoy some of the snow, why not? All right, I'm going to do it since we have plenty of snow, and possibly do a snow angel. There you go. I don't know how it looks from up there, but you can see the grass down below. Anyway, that's what it looks like out here in Summerlin. Let's send it over to Sherry. Sherry, how's it looking across the valley?
You did it! Hector, your next assignment is to get up here and ride the big shot. Oh, Gary, go back to the big shot as we're looking right there on top of the stratosphere. So get over to the middle of town, Hector, and climb on the big shot. It is all covered in snow on top of the Strat. It is so cool. Yes, you get big bonus points today for your snow angel. That is awesome. Great coverage from Summerlin and West Valley neighborhoods where we've had so much snow. But look at it. You can see how it's collecting way up there at 1,000 feet too in the middle of the city. Yeah, we've had easily, I'm going to guess, at least now 6 inches of snow or more out on the far west side. Summerlin just sitting right close to freezing. We really haven't seen temperatures budging too much. We've been either right at freezing or just above. Again, thanks so much for great pictures like this from the Scott Home Town Center and Desert Inn. Look at their backyard. It is a winter wonderland. All all the palm trees just so heavy, laden with snow there. Boy, that snow continues to circulate. It is like it's just glued to the middle of Las Vegas and right around in Valley neighborhoods to the outskirts of town. It is just gorgeous. North Las Vegas, west side, south side, and off to the east. Just about everybody's getting snow right now. And I know a lot of folks are heading out for school because it is officially school in session. Northwest Arizona down to Southern California also. Remember, this is the first of the snow and a little bit of rain because the low is still way up in northern Nevada and has to drop into our area through the afternoon. Winter weather advisories for the Valley and Clark County stay in effect till 4 a.m. and winter storm warnings for our local mountains and northwest Arizona. Heavy snow up in the mountains, and you're going to encounter really heavy snow on the road. So if you don't need to go up there, don't go to the mountains. Wait a day. 43 for the Valley. We could get a rain-snow mix through the afternoon, but then it's going to turn quickly back to snow late afternoon into the evening and overnight until this system moves on out. We'll get back to some sunshine tomorrow. Good sunshine and warmer temps for the weekend, and even 60s are showing up next week. Mornings back up where they should be, mid to upper 40. So thanks again for all the pictures and the videos. Let's see where the problems are on the roads at 6:58. Here's
Well, we're still talking about the good news and the bad news with Mother Nature and traffic. It's beautiful up in the far northwest, Far Hills to be specific, at the 215 Beltway. This is Far Hills over the Beltway, and the crisscross patterns have just been wonderful throughout the day. But sometimes, yeah, we get crashes in the bad weather. This is right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Tow trucks on scene. Traffic is able to get around here, but you got to be extra careful. While the rest of the freeway system is doing okay, there are a lot of slowdowns, particularly on the South 95 headed for the Rainbow Curve, and as the snow continues to fall on the extreme west side of the valley. Speaking of that report of what could be an auto pedestrian crash in Mountain's Edge at Cactus and Buffalo. Further west on the 160, the road to and from Pahrump, yes, it's open, but adequate snow tires or chains are required. That goes for all of the highways up on Mount Charleston. And in the Spaghetti Bowl, as you might expect, it is very slow going, especially on those flyover ramps. But again, thanks to you guys for all of the great pictures and video. In fact, we have a live picture from our photographer Mark Muchler around Palo Verde High School, and it does look like the proverbial winter wonderland. These are live pictures for you around Palo Verde High School. We also have some more pictures that were sent in by a viewer from up in the far northwest at Jones and Iron Mountain as the snow is falling all over this person's backyard. We hope that you are staying safe out there, and remember that you have to leave adequate distance between you and the car in front of you. You may not know that they may be having a problem, and you've got to be prepared for that. John, Kirsten?
That's right, Nate. Thank you for that reminder. Keep it right here on 8 News Now for continuing snow coverage throughout the morning, throughout the day, throughout the evening, both on air and online at LasVegasNow.com. Remember, use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas to tag those photos and videos of the snow.
Here's a live picture from near Red Rock Canyon. We'll get to that in just a second. I should say it is 7 o'clock here on a Thursday morning. Thanks for joining us on Good Day. We're going to stay on live here to cover a little bit more of the snow coverage. Is that a coyote out there? This is a live picture, by the way, from Red Rock. See out in the middle of the snow in the median?
Yes.
So this is the road heading out towards Red Rock Canyon. You can see the snow is just hammered that area. And look in the middle of the road there. I think
it is. That's a coyote.
Yes. Look at that.
That is so cool.
Pure live nature, people.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. And Sherry, you were saying at least 5 inches out of the Red Rock area.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be close to half a foot now in some areas.
That guy's trying to figure out what to do next.
Yeah.
There you go.
What is this in my backyard, buddy?
He's trying to find some breakfast.
It's a desert, for heaven's sakes, and I've got 6 inches of snow.
Yeah, I think we've definitely changed our zip code today. This is not normal for Las Vegas.
We have a few other pictures from some viewers, as I think the coyote seems to have found a little place to chill out. Here is SB Casillas standing in front of a beautiful snow-covered tree. Very nice. Kaiten Norton sent us a picture from Mesa Park. Look, you can see how the snow is weighing down all those palm trees there. Stephanie Yasik sent us a picture of her snowboarding in Spring Valley.
Somewhat, right?
Sort of.
We're going to change that to Winter Valley.
So keep sending us. Yeah, it is Spring Valley, right? Send us your pictures and video. The Facebook page, 8 News Now. Pics at LasVegasNow.com as well.
And guess what, folks? He did it. We asked him to all morning long. Hector Mejia made snow angels out in Summerlin. We've enjoyed his coverage all this morning. We're going to send things back out to him with the snow still coming down, Hector.
Still coming down, and you know what? We're having a lot of fun. Good morning to everyone at home. If you are in the area, you can come out here and see some of this snow for yourself. We are talking with Cindy Terry. You've lived here all your life. What do you make out of this?
This is amazing. It just never happens. This is I've heard about times like in the past, even though I grew up here. It did happen one time when I was in junior high, but mostly it doesn't happen. This is amazing.
And Cindy, you were telling me that it was even bringing out neighbors who don't normally come outside and enjoy the beautiful scenery, but the snow did.
Yes, it was like amazing. Last night we went outside and all the neighbors were out and walking around and talking to each other because this is just such a super great thing happening.
And it's beautiful. We're at Vistas Park by Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, and we want to show you what this area looks like. The entire grassy field covered in snow, so are the trees and the branches. And Cindy, you were telling me that you brought out your ruler and you measured on a flat surface on your pickup truck. What did you find?
It said 8 inches. I couldn't believe the ruler. It was a yardstick and stood up by itself, and it said 8 inches.
Is it a surprise? I mean, it's been really coming down all night long.
Right. So last night before we went to bed, we measured it. It said 4. And then we got up this morning, and now it says 8.
That's interesting. The NWS recommends measuring on a flat surface like you did. So it's just incredible to hear that you measured 8 inches of snow outside. And I mean, you've been out here earlier this morning just taking this in. It's pretty cold. What do you recommend out there to people who are coming out here as well?
Dress warm, I guess. I don't know. So it's good.
Definitely dress warm and be careful around the sidewalks because we're starting to see some sidewalks here in the area. I have some of this snow accumulation. And are you going to spend some time out here any longer? Or are you going to just go back home and warm up?
Go back home probably. I came out to take all these pictures. My kids will never believe it. Nobody lives here anymore. I'm going to send all these pictures. So I take a walk every morning, and so I thought this will be part of my walk, but I'm going to take pictures and take it slow, and so it's awesome.
Cindy, last question. You lived in Utah before, so you know how bad it could get.
Yeah, I did. So I went to school there in Utah, and it can get worse, but this is still pretty awesome. So, yeah.
Cindy, thank you for sticking around and talking with us even while the snow is still falling. So we've been here since before 4 o'clock this morning, and it's been snowing the entire time. Neighbors tell us it's been raining since, snowing since last night. But I mean, as you can see here, we're all cold and just enjoying these sights. For now, we're going to send it back to you guys live in the studio. Reporting live in Summerlin, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
Oh, thank you, Hector. I love it that she's going to send the photos to the kids.
Yeah, they'll never believe it.
Right?
You know, and it's so quiet out there. When Hector takes a breath, there's just nothing because it's just the quiet snow.
Now, real quick, we should point out here at 4 minutes past 7, CCSD does have school today. We should point that out as you're getting ready this morning. You may already be heading out the door. There's school at UNLV, at CSN, all the schools. Everything is normal. Just be slow and be safe out there, but everything is
Yeah, they've determined the driving conditions are fine for the school buses.
Yeah.
But as far as after-school activities...
And school buses may be delayed by the snow.
Yes, so give it some time. Don't think you missed it. Well, you may have if you were late.
Yeah, check this out. It's really piling up out at Red Rock, and you can see how it's collecting on the roads and in between as cars are moving through. There was a girl out there just jogging.
Running. Well, and you know, that's where everyone cycles, obviously, but not the day for that. Not the day for that. But
a little tough for bicycles.
There's someone running.
There she is, yeah.
It might be Kevin Martin. She runs out there all the time.
But lots of cars out there on the loop, you know. I mean, not on the loop, but on the road 159. It heads out towards Red Rock, Bonnie Springs, Blue Diamond, a little town out there. But you can see it has just been cranking all night long, started yesterday evening. So we've got some big snow totals out on the west side. We'll get to the traffic conditions out west in the mountains. Nate's got all that. Let's get to the weather right now and show you what we've got so far. National Weather Service, I just spoke to them. They are working on updated snow totals, so they've been very busy overnight. You know what you might want to do since it is a school day? If you don't want to keep the kids detained, just get them up early and go out and play in the snow and then get them ready for school. Let them have some fun before they get to school, and then they'll have the best of both worlds. This is Westcliff and Rainbow. Man, it has been really coming down over the last hour. Look at all the snow on the rooftops, the gas station there. So the snow totals that we've seen so far. At least a foot up at Mount Charleston. We'll get an update from Lee Canyon too. Red Rock, you can see it's got to be 5, 6, 7, 8 inches now, so we'll get updates on that. Summerlin, 5 to 8 is the window now, as you heard just from our interview. Anthem, a couple of inches. Mountain's Edge, at least a couple of inches too. And McCarran, officially for yesterday's date, half-inch measurable snowfall is a new record for yesterday, and it's the second latest date that we've had snow. So we definitely are setting records, and the snow continues to just concentrate right here. We've got low clouds keeping the snow levels low, and until the clouds lift a little bit later in the morning to midday, that snow will just continue to kind of sit and crank over us here in the Las Vegas Valley. There's a lot of it to the south and the east of us too. Winter storm warnings posted all along US 93 into Mojave County, Dolan Springs down to Kingman. You're getting some very heavy snow, and our winter weather advisory will continue until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning unless National Weather Service changes that. So Pahrump, you've had a little bit of snow. Mountain Spring Summit's had a lot of it as well. Nate will give you an update on the roads for that, but we'll continue to add up the snow as we keep going. Here's your day. We've got temperatures that have been close to freezing, but just a little bit above for almost all neighborhoods except South and Southwest valleys. And so kids, here you go. You got to get to school. Just warm jackets, waterproof. Maybe the science teacher will take you out and show you how to make ice cream out of snow. We used to do that when I was a kid. 43 for the afternoon or midday high with a mix of rain and snow, and then back to snow tonight. All right, let's get to those road conditions, and Nate's going to tell you where to be looking out for trouble spots.
Everywhere, the bottom line. And we thank you for tuning in to 8 News Now. Normally we'd be in CBS this morning, but this is live continuing coverage of the Storm Tracker 8 snow in the valley. Live picture up in the far northwest. Look at Elkhorn and Grand Montecito. It is definitely coming down, but traffic is moving. Here's a place where traffic is not moving. Well, it is around a crash that occurred right in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip at Flamingo. Be very careful. At one time we thought maybe this was rain coming down, but it is a rain-snow mix. Multiple cars involved in the crash. A tow truck trying to get one of them out of the way. So again, Las Vegas Boulevard at Flamingo, a crash. The entire freeway system is moving along in much better shape than it might be, but you're starting to see it slow down. The 95 from off of Rancho all the way down to the Rainbow Curve, and where the snow continues to fall on the 215 on the Western Beltway, it looks like it is maybe a mix of rain and snow down in the far southeast. We've been checking the traffic cameras through there. They're working to clear. What we heard was an auto pedestrian crash at Mountain's Edge, at Cactus and Buffalo. Meanwhile, getting to and from Pahrump, Highway 160 open. However, chains or snow tires are required. Now, the 160 was closed for a short while last night. Plows went out there, got it open. Now they are letting drivers through only if you have the right kind of vehicle. Snow tires or chains. And of course, you got to have snow tires or chains up on Mount Charleston. Meanwhile, the Spaghetti Bowl, again, the lanes are open, but it looks like that flyover ramp from the South 15 to the South 95 is definitely slowing down. Keep those pictures and videos coming, like this one from the far northwest, a backyard at Jones and Iron Mountain. You want to keep all these because it's not going to be too much longer before we're looking at triple-digit temperatures. Just trying to put it all in perspective. John, Kirsten.
All right. Well, of course, school is in session today, folks. Let's remind you about that with CCSD. Students at Centennial will be greeted by a lot of snow on campus. We got some video in from assistant principal there, Leona Fontenot, who sent us these pictures just a few minutes ago. The Centennial Bulldog right there with some snow on it.
Very cool. Gary Yarborough also sent us some video. This is conditions in Summerlin just a few moments ago. You can see a lot of snow on the roads up there. There are some tire tracks to try and drive in, but everything is covered. The trees, the median there, the road. Hopefully not driving and shooting at the same time, but nonetheless, this is the video from Summerlin. It is snowy out there, that's for sure.
Yes, give yourself plenty of distance for braking between you and the car in front of you. Thank you to Patrick Chorok, who sent us this pic. Fire Station 91 in Henderson, covered in some snow.
It's like that a lot of different places. Here are some professional pictures taken by Christian Hill of downtown Summerlin. He was enjoying overnight with his dog Milo, and this is There's Milo. What's up, Milo? Milo's like, what is this on the ground? I don't understand what's happening here.
That's a beautiful dog.
Stuff from downtown Summerlin there.
All right, we do want to remind you for this evening, the city is working to make sure everyone has a warm place to sleep. 2 warming stations are available north of downtown. One is at the Salvation Army. It is located near Owens and Main Street. It opens at 6 p.m. this evening, goes through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The other is located a block away. It's the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center, and that one is open 24 hours a day, and they tell us no one will be turned away.
So you're waking up this morning, you're about to head out the door and fly someplace else. Dozens of flights out of McCarran this morning are canceled. Some have been delayed. As a reminder, always check with the airline before heading to the airport. This is a live look at the website for McCarran. You can see some of the flights there being canceled. Just check out what's going on before you hit the road this morning.
We're going to check in with one of our photojournalists who's got a live shot near downtown Summerlin as well. He is driving with his special GoPro camera set up inside the vehicle, so he is not breaking the law, folks. We do want to let you know, but this is just a gorgeous live view.
And he's been all over the place. He was up in the northwest part of the valley at the bus yard for CCSD as the buses were heading out to pick up kids today because school is happening. So now he's out exploring other parts of the Summerlin area. If your kids are, the bus might get there a little late this morning, even with the snow. That's not the plan, but it just might be that kind of a morning where things take a little bit longer to get around because the roads, especially on the west side of town, look like that.
And this is the shot headed out toward Red Rock. We saw a coyote earlier.
Yeah.
We saw
a jogger.
A jogger. I tell you, these conditions don't stop people from their daily routine. Apparently not.
The beautiful shot of Red Rock there, the road heading out there. It's certainly slushy to be sure, but there's a couple of cars on the road. They're pounding through.
Road.
Absolutely. Going to be sharing the road with some snow this morning.
Yeah, we do want to warn you, of course, that the buses might be a little bit on delay. Nate, you had brought up a good point. You got a tweet from a CCSD school bus driver earlier this morning. Even though school is on session, no delay, no cancellation, things may be running a little bit behind time.
Yeah, and we also got the tweet from the school district itself saying that we need to stay tuned for further updates as far as after school activities for later today are concerned. So school is in session. We'll let you know when they let us know what's going on for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, see, it depends on what happens with the weather, really, obviously. Yeah. Hector Mejia is in Summerlin, where it's been snowing since he got out there early on a Thursday.
And we're updating the snow totals for Summerlin. That's just what I was doing too, because we definitely had more than 4 inches of snow in Summerlin, which we've been reporting, and I've got a ruler to prove it coming up here in a minute. So.
Yeah, Hector just spoke with someone who said they got 8 inches on their car. Let's check in with Hector Mejia live in Summerlin right now. Hector, how warm is it?
Good morning. It's cold out here, and it's definitely, as you mentioned, John, it's definitely a sort of a slushy ice as it melts here on the sidewalks and on the road here. It's turning into slush, but out here on top of this grass, you can see just how powdery it is, and we can see down below to the surface of the grass here. Earlier, we were talking just a few minutes ago with a woman who lives in this neighborhood, Cindy Terry. She was telling us that she brought out a ruler and measured on her pickup truck the snow that fell overnight, and she says she measured 8 inches of snow. Take a look here. We are at the park, at the Vistas Park up here in Summerlin near Alta Drive and the 215 Beltway, where you can see this beautiful site really covered in snow. The trees looking gorgeous with those snowflakes there piling up, and it's, you know, really cold out here. So if you are heading out here, make sure you bundle up. Put some gloves on. I took mine off because they were getting drenched, and I had to put a beanie on because my face was just dripping in some of this melted snow. Anyway, it's quite a beautiful scene to see. People in this neighborhood and many people across the valley are waking up to this rare sight this morning, and I mean, just take a look at that. Just really a nice, beautiful treat. So late in February. Hey, it's almost March, so it's even more rare to see this so late in the season. Anyway, that's the latest out here in Summerlin. Reporting live, I'm Hector Mejia. Back to you all in the studio.
So much, Hector.
Pretty. Absolutely. Just gorgeous. Yeah, you know, and it's not just Summerlin. We know that, but that's where we were finding the really heaviest snow on out to Red Rock and then up into the Spring Mountains. And that's what we were expecting, but we expected that just about everybody in the valley would get at least something.
Yeah,
and that's what we're
Anthem
seeing.
and Henderson got some. Nia Wong was out live earlier during our Good Day show, but there was quite a bit of time there, a good hour and a half where there was no snow coming down.
Yeah, but there's still some on the ground. North Las Vegas is getting snow, and I've got a picture right now, one of our live cameras out on the east side. This is from our Boulder Station camera out there along Boulder Highway. You can see, look how much snow is collected on the rooftop. The snow is still coming down there along Boulder Highway out east. So yes, just about all neighborhoods getting at least some snowflakes flying, and most are getting measurable snow. All right, so I want to thank Tom Rodman, living in the vistas of Summerlin. Here is the proof, and you've got to measure with your measuring stick correctly. It needs to go in the snow on a flat surface. You can't stick it in the grass because that's not a good flat hard surface. So find the concrete, find a rooftop of a car, and look at this, 7 3/4 inches of snow right there in this front driveway or on top of his car. I don't know, but it was a hard surface that he was measuring. And look at the front drive, the beautiful snow in the trees and the yards and piled up on the cars. You can tell. They've had a lot of snow. That's on the other side of the Beltway out west, right out here along Charleston. All right, so the snow continues. Thanks for all of your photos and your videos. They have been phenomenal, and it's such a great help to let us see into all your different neighborhoods. Heavy snow up north where we were getting Farm and Jones. Good video up there along the 215, the Beltway. Still some snow occasionally across Blue Diamond State Route 160 and then crossing back over into South Valley neighborhoods. Heavy snow into northwest Arizona. We expected to see this area get hammered with some heavy snow. And Kingman up to Dolan Springs, you've been getting good snowfall for the last about 3 hours now, and we'll continue to see that. But what's happening is this is like the first southerly wave, and then the low itself is up north in northern Nevada and still has to work its way into our area later today. So even though we've got this winter weather advisory, it will stay in effect all day until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Winter storm warnings in the mountains. Very treacherous winter weather driving conditions up there. I'm sure the plows are working. Nate will give you more info. But if you don't have to be out there in that, maybe you might want to just give it a break and wait. We are looking at heavy, deep snow continuing. And as far as temperatures go, we've been just hovering right above the freezing mark, which is a great thing because the roads were really, really wet. And had we had freezing temperatures for a few hours overnight, we might have been dealing with some very icy conditions this morning. We're looking at only 20s for highs in the mountains, and winter weather travel. The snow will end tonight. And I think by tomorrow morning, the system should be moving out, and we'll look again, maybe some snow turning over to rain snow. You could hear Hector saying it was starting to get a little slushy. And then as we get colder again into the evening, if not late afternoon, we'll get right back to some snow showers. Alrighty, let's get to those roads. Any updates, accidents? What you got, Nate?
Oh, we got it all, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to our continuing coverage of the snowfall in Las Vegas, because obviously normally it'd be CBS this morning. All right, here's a live picture from the 215 at Town Center. So earlier we were looking up at Far Hills further to the north. This is a little bit further to the south. The Beltway itself is moving, but there are snow tracks with the cars there, and finally starting to pick up the pieces. Only the truck left. Tow trucks now in the middle of Las Vegas Boulevard. We've been following this for the better part of an hour, maybe 2 hours, in the snow or rain, whatever the mix was, as the several cars got together there. Las Vegas Boulevard and Flamingo. Now the rest of the freeway system surprisingly doing much better than we thought, but it's obviously slow. The southern 215 Beltway, be very careful. The south on 95 as you head for the Rainbow Curve, north on 95, 515 around the Charleston Curve. Just now getting a report of a crash in Henderson on the northbound 95, 515 around Horizon Drive. We'll check that out. Still working on a report of an auto pedestrian crash in Mountains Edge at Cactus and Buffalo. Not a very well traveled area, but there may be emergency vehicles through there. And Highway 160 is open. I wanted to check on a text I got from my buddy Bill out there who says about 12 inches of snow on Mountain Springs Pass. A whole lot of snow on their cameras out there at Mountain Springs Pass. So adequate snow tires or chains are required. Adequate snow tires or chains are required for Mount Charleston, 157 Kyle Canyon, 156 Lee Canyon. I'm guessing that the ski area is really excited, but you got to have the right equipment to get up there. And of course, Highway 158, that traverses both of them. In the Spaghetti Bowl, all lanes are open, not as busy as it was earlier. Even though school is in session, we're thinking that some folks maybe taking the day off. And here's pictures from earlier today around the school bus yard around Ann Road and Lone Mountain. As the buses were coming and going, Mom Nature had the snow keep falling. Meantime, one more reminder about how careful you have to be in the snow. We appreciate the pictures like this one from the Nevada Highway Patrol saying that while a trooper was responding to a crash at the 95 in Eastern in the middle of the night, somebody ran right into the trooper's car. We showed you the amazing video from the other day where a trooper was run into while having somebody pulled over. In this case, no one was injured, but please be careful when you're driving out there. This is ongoing coverage on 8 News Now of our storms in snow in Las Vegas. John, Kirsten.
Thank you, Nate.
It is now 7:21. We've got some other pictures from all across the valley of the snow. So let's get to the first one we're going to show you here from a time lapse. This is a look at the Las Vegas Strip. And you can see the cloud cover and the snow that crept over the valley, and it really hasn't left at the moment. A look from earlier this evening of the snow and the storm moving through.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Michelle Romanen sent in. Some video overnight of the parking lot here, the shopping plaza at Silverado Ranch, as that snow was coming down.
And here we have our photojournalist Armando Navarro shot these pictures in Vista Park in Summerlin. Lots of snow on those tree branches there.
All right, and guess what? We had Nia Wong joining us earlier out of the Anthem Henderson location. We're going to go to her now live to see what she's got for us as well with the snow coming down in her area. Nia?
Kirsten and John, I'm down in the southwest, a lot different from Anthem. It is coming down steadily, and I do kind of want to give you this side over here. Ooh, very, very frightful. But yeah, let's take a look at what this is. So this tree, you can see split down the middle over there. I was mentioning earlier this morning that we're getting a wet, heavy kind of snow, and that really does build up on these trees, whether it's a small tree or a big tree. I mean, it is going to cause some of these branches to come down. We're in a neighborhood where a lot of people are parked in driveways and along the street, and you can see many of these cars are parked underneath trees. Some of those trees already touching or falling. I mean, they're getting weighed down heavily this morning. So if you're in a neighborhood like this one, you might want to check on your vehicle. But for now, I'm going to send it back to you guys at the desk.
All right, Nia, thank you very much. And that is one of the concerns with the snow, heavy snow on these trees falling down, and it can hit, and certainly fell on that car, unfortunately.
Yeah, and this isn't the end of it, folks. I mean, it came in overnight, still snowing in parts of the valley. We expect a little bit of a reprieve, and then it could kick back in later today, of course. Sherry's been monitoring that situation, so we're going to send things over to her now as well for the latest.
Okay, thank you, guys. Yeah, just looking at the cameras now as we look off to what I believe, Nate, help me here. Is this the Rainbow Curve, Summerlin Parkway, where they come together?
No, that's the Spaghetti Bowl. That is.
Oh, this is the Spaghetti Bowl. I apologize. I've lost my bearings in the snow. I'm like, I don't know where I'm at. Okay, so right in the middle of town, the Spaghetti Bowl. It's really slowing down traffic, but you can see that we've got snow there. And really, the Spaghetti Bowl north is where we're really seeing some heaviest snow right now. Temperatures, as I said before, just a little bit above freezing. And you can really see right here to the north of the Spaghetti Bowl, that is exactly what we're seeing on radar. Still a little bit out towards the western beltway, some swinging through the south end of town, but it's a little bit lighter. What we're seeing the heaviest right now is over the north end of town up to North Las Vegas. Still heavy snow along US 93 and over into Mojave County, south along US 95 once you get into southern Clark County, but there is a little bit of a gap between Las Vegas and south of down to Searchlight. We still have the low pressure that has to swing through in the afternoon and evening hours, and that will intensify the rain and the snow as we get into later this afternoon. So we might actually get a little bit of a break late morning into midday, but the air's so saturated, maybe some very light sprinkles, showers, or light snow flurries. And then tonight, the evening commute, snow all over again. So it's going to crank up, back off, crank up. It's just, it'll be off and on like that as we get through the day. Again, midday, we may get a little bit of a break. Clouds to sun tomorrow, and then temperatures into the 50s this weekend with 60s showing up next week. We'll forget all about it by next week. Well, maybe not next week. All right, so we'll check the roads with Nate in just a moment, but man, we've got a lot of still live cameras, videos, pictures showing the snow coming down.
And, you know, we talked a little bit about not only the snow, but also with the roads the way they are, and it looks like they're passable, but just be slow and cautious as you're driving around.
Of course, and the school district determined that its school buses would be safe on its routes, and that's why school is in session today. But every other driver, got to use your caution. Plenty of car distance lengths ahead as you're driving.
That's right, junior traffic buddy. I mean, it's been quite a journey for us here today, and we're not done yet. We're going to keep with the continuing coverage.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think they might close the roads up to the mountain today at some point?
We will stay on top of it and put it all on the social media if and when that happens.
All right, remember to keep it here. Use the hashtag StormTracker8 and Snow Vegas.
We'll be back in a little bit here on 8 News Now.